Lagos, Nigeria, you kind of see how intertwined one thought is, where one parent, or where parents are saying to the children, "Go and get money." Yahoo has grace. Office work doesn't have grace. Where another parent will say to the child, "Well, look, just bring somebody who has money, or will support you, will support him, but bring someone who has money. Don't go and bring someone who doesn't have money." You see that, and when that, just from that, if you're honest, you see the ripple effects. You see the consequences of thoughts like that. But then again, that might be one perspective. The other perspective is there really an issue? Or should people not just go out there and look for people with money?
This thing, money, it's a whole lot of crap. So she's willing to accept anybody that spends, right? But what happens if it turns out that the source of the money is illegal? Is she willing to share the possible prison term with the person when the time comes? It's a whole lot of crap. Well, what do you mean? But what does the person mean by there's no grace in work? I sat behind a desk for ages until I had to leave for health reasons. But I always derived great satisfaction from my work. What she's talking about grace she means quick money, easy money.
Yeah, exactly.
There's dignity in labor. Even the person that's even driving a wheelbarrow along the street selling yams. Is that not a dignity in labor? At least he knows he's earning his money and he always put food on the table rather than going out to go and do Yahoo.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Mm-hmm. But some parents want their children to bring someone who is of equal economic status or someone who has money. So how do we manage that?
It's natural for a parent to make sure that their future spouse is willing to provide for their child and possible children. But as long as the money comes from legal means,
all right.
They honestly want their child to marry a criminal. Would they like to be on the dock with them? And they're more or less being an accessory.
Hello, Joyce. The reason people are so fixated on money is because there's multidimensional poverty in our country. Basic necessities aren't within the reach of people. It's only those with money who can afford these things. So people begin to seek this money through any means possible, including fraud, such that people begin to use grace to qualify or express something as disgraceful as fraud. Have you seen the video of the 17-year-old who took his friend to a shrine for a money ritual? The future is bleak, Joyce.
I think the society is what made all these things to be. Because if there is control, definitely there will be check. If there is nobody to check the excesses of people, then people are bound to do and undo. Tell me, when there is no checkmating, and that is why people that put much to get what they are using, as in you add labor to earn what you are living on. People are not recognizing them again. Those people that are passing through the shortcuts, and they are now declaring
surplus
wealth without sources. I saw you yesterday in penury. The next day I saw you are in billions. And nobody's asking question. That was not the way we are brought up.
When you say society is this way, you mean that's what we have become. That's exactly what you're saying. That this is who we are now. That's what you mean, right?
That is what we are, because government refuse to do their responsibility of checkmating everybody.
Yes. So if you're not even looking at it from this side, even those that are even doing the hard work, they are cutting corners just because they want to meet up with the standard of living. They also want to detach supply. You can imagine an engineer that they gave a contract and should do this kind of job. He's now going to go and get a substandard material just because he wants to live. You see that kind of engineer in the club is lavishing money because he has cut corners already. So even those doing the legit job, most of them are trying to cut corners so that they can live that lifestyle. So this thing has eaten up deeply. It's not even about maybe fraud.
Even those who are doing legit jobs are also cutting corners.
They're also
it's a total corruption of our social, our moral fiber. Wow.
If you want to do something, you will do it. If you don't want to do it, you won't do it. I have friends who are, I'll talk particularly about the Yahoo thing and stuff like. I have friends who they're into this thing.
Into what, please?
What do you say?
Into what? Into what?
Into Yahoo.
Oh.
Yahoo thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's easy for them just want to spend money or throw money around. So there was this time one of them was like, send me your account number, and why have you to send me? Are you shy or something? I'm like, no. I feel like, no, I won't do this. I can't let someone who's doing it. And I know for sure that he's doing it to send me money. And that's a different thing entirely. And there are other people.
Wait. When you say it's a different thing entirely, you receiving the money and because he sent
like I can't receive the money.
Oh,
that's
I get you.
Different case for me.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have these other friends who are even grateful that some of their friends, they're not doing it themselves, but they are grateful that they have people around them who are into it because they benefit from it. So even if they are telling you it's wrong, they know it's wrong. But how much is the 5K my dad is sending me going to do for me? Why don't I? And my hair guy now is sending me 50K. You know what I use 50K for? Yes.
Well, do you know what I can use the 50K for?
Like, what will I use this 5K my dad is giving me for? So like that's how I think that's like how it is.